Folks, I want to welcome you back to Reaching Out with Eddie, and I want to thank you for listening in. I want to invite you to call in, and the number to call in is 601 627 5318. And leave your comments. Today I was looking, usually when I'm not looking at the screen, someone will send out a comment. So I would like us, thumbs up, give us a thumb up, subscribe. If you have something that you want to talk about or future guests that you may want to see. Uh, here's what I want to say is that they're having fall festivals and they're having things that's going on around here. When you candidates are running for public office and you see a person that ran for office and they ran against you and they gave a good race, then you should walk up to that person and say something to them. You should go up to them and talk to them and thank them for a hard one. We can't just all the time use public media or the public or media, whether it's visual, audio, or whether it's Facebook or anything, to say how we feel, especially if you see that person. If you out in public and you see a candidate, ex-candidate or former candidate or former foe, you should walk up to that person because every vote matters. Every vote counts. And I can tell you this is that Michael Grace is running a very, very hard fought race. He is. He's out there. He has a lot of people that are supporting him, and his team has it. They're out there talking to people. I got a phone call from Lolo, and she says she's out there, and she says she's promoting Craig Houston. She's asking people to vote for him, and she told me that her and her family was going to vote for him. But when you see people out in public, make sure you just talk to them. Say, hell, there's nothing wrong with being nice. Some of you that are running for public office, you're not as old as I am, but you're old enough to know better. You're old enough to be respectful to people. You're old enough to go out and, hey, I appreciate your support. I appreciate anything like that. Everybody likes to be appreciated. Folks, we got to look at what's going on in this country. It is really, really, really sad. I mean, when we see a president of the United States doing the things that he's doing and saying the things, do you see that these people are above the law? What they're doing is showing you what I realized a long time ago, that the Constitution ain't nothing but a farce. It got to be. I mean, if you got certain people that can go to jail, and how about they're showing you that on a local level? You saw Mr. Linderman just left here, all the things he's talking about, the corruption that's going on in this city, the cronyism, how people are getting these jobs just to enrich themselves and enriching their families. I go out into my community. I went up on 10th Avenue and I saw a sign out. Uh, Craig Houston just came in. Me and Craig might fight here in a minute, but I'm glad to see he's here. Here my baby coming here again. Close the door back, baby. Thank you. We just had Craig right in, but one of the things that I saw, I gotta call him out. I grew up with the campers. They're older than I am, but folks, we really gotta get away from it. I'm gonna call you out. I'm just gonna call you. You got the guy, the upholstery guy. Um, that's on 10th Avenue, and he got a Wayman Newell sign out there. Now he don't even live inside the city. He don't even live inside the city. He don't live inside the city, but he got a Wayman Newell sign promote. And here the thing of this, it doesn't matter where you live at. I can't understand why would Nathaniel Pringle, why would Walter Camper have a sign out that says Wayman Newell and Wayman Newell. These people can't have our best interests at heart. Walter Camper don't have any children here at all. But he got that visual place on 10th Avenue next to the graveyard, and he's not supporting the best candidate. Yeah, I don't understand that. How is it that we can sell out our own kind? How is it that we can hurt our own kind? It's about, you seen the little girl just came in here, that's my daughter. It's about my daughter, my son, your son, our children. It's about our children. If that person ain't done nothing for our children and talking about a baseball park that ain't nobody played at in 2 years, they hadn't had a game at Magnolia Park in 2 years. Well, since he came in office, we done lost two baseball parks. And to take credit for a center that he didn't have anything, dirt, really? He didn't pay any money for it. So Wayne, don't let Wayman Newell. Do you have that sound bite? We're gonna play that sound bite in a minute. This man is ignorant. He don't know anything. He's playing both sides from the middle, using white folks and using black folks. Only thing he don't even care about anything. And here the thing of it is, not only is the city declining, but the county is declining. Craig Houston, how you doing?
I'm good, Gray. Sorry I run a little late, but I was out on the trail and got caught out way in the county trying to get here.
Man, um, I just told the people that Lolo said that she said she got 7 votes in her family, and they were going to vote for you.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Craig, tell me some of the things that you've been running into. She had a little advice for you too. She said, "Don't worry about the city. Get out in that counter and rub, shakes hand, and that's what you've been doing. Am I right or wrong?"
I've been out talking to people, shaking hands, talking to people, trying to see what's on their minds. Just asking people and talking to people about what things they like to see.
So, what is some things that you've been saying to the people, and what are some things that you want to say to the people now? You got 14 days to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be out working every day until I'm gonna be working every day until the till election time. Just been out talking to people, putting out some of my ideas, some things I want to see, some things like economic development, some of the alliances that we need to make. We need to start thinking regionally because our local thing is not working very well. I want to start forming organizations like they do up in the Golden Triangle.
What are some things that you've ran into? What are some things that people are saying? What are some things that's been upsetting you about the candidate? Let's just talk about Wayman Newell.
Well, you know the thing, I want to debate.
Yeah, and
I don't want to debate. I challenged him to a debate. I was on WMOX twice last week. The people have a right to see their candidates side by side, taking questions, answering questions, putting out a vision. We deserve to see that. Here we are, 14 days out, and there has not been not one forum or one debate.
Well, I heard that it was going to be one with the end up at East Mississippi Electric Power Association.
I don't know. I mean,
with the NAACP.
Well, the 24th is Thursday. Something got canceled. They couldn't get all the candidates in to commit to it, but I'm hopeful that somebody will do something.
Well, one thing I know is happening on the 24th that Tate Reeves is having these special plates. I think he's having a rally and he's charging $500 a plate.
That's a lot of money.
I just tell you, Wayne Newell gonna be there, folks. He gonna be there hiding. I have pictures, folks, and I'm gonna show it to you before you go to that. With him standing next to Tate Reeves, smiling and everything. Tate Reeves is a Donald Trump supporter. Walter Camp, explain to me your reason. Somebody done you a favor, really? Is that bribe? Somebody bribe you? Tell me what's going on. How is it that you're supporting this man? You grew up in this community, and you done seen out. You're older than I am, and you seen this community and this county decline. This man been there for 12 years, and you got his sign. You should have beat him with that sign. You too, Nate.
Well, the thing I want to say is let's talk about new ideas. Let's talk about things that's going to move us forward. It's the same old antiquated thing. If we keep doing the same thing, we're going to hamster on the wheel, around and around. Here we are. 4 years ago, we had the same issues. Now, all of a sudden, we're going to have an announcement about the courthouse plans next Thursday, really, 5 days before the election.
And these supervisors ain't done nothing, and now they want to announce
we are. And one thing I'm getting from people is we're not including them in decisions or giving them an opportunity. You give people an opportunity. We should have been having forums and open discussions about the courthouse and where we are on the progress and where we need to move. People are concerned about that. Another thing that people are concerned about is supervisors meet twice a month, first and third Monday, both at 9 o'clock. People that work at 9 o'clock, people that get off at 5 don't get an opportunity to come. But what I'm saying is people listen closely. And I need to do a better job of putting out my ideas. Anybody knows me, I'm a government junkie. I mean, that's just that's just something I'm passionate about, is about ideas and moving forward. I want you to listen closely to the candidate that I'm running against. Listen to him talk about anything new. We got to move forward. We can't keep doing the same things that we've been doing. We running around, we going around in a circle. New ideas, new energy, new vision, new leadership. And that's one thing that we got to do. We continue to go around and around and around. And we got to do better. I mean, we deserve an opportunity to see candidates side by side. You deserve as people. Understand this. You own District 2. It doesn't belong to anybody. District 2 belongs to the people. And like I said, I've been out campaigning, going door to door. I'm going to knock on as many doors as I can. I want to talk to people. I got so many ideas. I can't squeeze them in a little time that we have. But I'll be coming back on Eddie Gray's show. But I'm just passionately asking you to get out and vote. We have so much to vote for in this upcoming election. You guys realize the census is next year. There's going to be redistricting locally, nationally, statewide. You got to understand that. When you vote in the governor's race, people are making decisions for your children. I mean, public education. We're talking about funding hospitals, mental health, highways. It's a lot of things to vote for. People feel like they don't have a voice. You do have a voice. I want to be that voice. And if anybody knows me and really knows me well, and Eddie Gray can attest to this, now I can be bullheaded and stubborn, but one thing I'll do, I'll stand up for you. And I'm going to stand up for myself and mine. If I can't stand up for myself, surely can't stand up for you. So what I'm asking you to do is get out and vote for me on November the 5th. And let's move in a different direction. You know, I'm a little frustrated because we just stagnant. Here we are 4 years removed from an election. Here we are with the same issues.
Talking about that same graveyard.
Talking about the same thing. And look, the graveyard is important. It's great that it's clean. But what kind of progress have we made? What kind of progress have we made here in Lauderdale County? We hadn't made any progress. We've regressed. Anytime you lose 5,000 people in 9 years, a decrease in population, there's a problem. And you can go back 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. They love to talk about what we can't do now because of X, Y, Z. Well, what was their excuse then? And here we are today. It's a leadership problem. If you don't have no vision, where are we going to go? When you listen to our leaders talk and they act like everything is fine, it's not fine. You got an opportunity. The power is in your vote. Exercise your vote. People, too many people died and too many people paid the ultimate sacrifice for us to be able to vote. And one thing I'm getting with older people out there talking to them, I don't care what kind of shape they're in. They're going to go to the polls. They remember what it was like. And there's a lot of things that go on in our community, and you feel like you don't have a voice. Guess what? On November 5th, you got a voice. You go out and you exercise your right to vote. I don't care how much money a person has or not has. I don't care where anybody lives. But you know what? It's one person, it's one vote. It's your voice. Stop letting a few people dictate what we do in this community for everybody. And that's what's going on. I have an article in the car, and I didn't bring it in. I'm going to share it with Gray after this. It's dated May of 2002. And you can print that same article in the Meridian Star and it'll be relevant today. It's about a lack of growth in Lauderdale County and Meridian and comparing it to other areas and things that we have to offer. So don't let nobody tell you what we can't do. Let's talk about what we can do. What we can do is make a change on November the 5th. And that's what we need to do. People, I implore you, get out and vote. Get out and vote on November the 5th.
And I want to say this, that preachers, please encourage your congregation to get out and vote in a blue wave. Vote for the Democratic candidate. And I tell you, this is not Craig saying this, this is me saying this. I'm told that the mayor, now I don't know, I'm told that the mayor of Marion, a Democrat, is supporting Wayman Newell. And that's sad. It's sad people want to, I don't care what you are. You got, look at it, what is it that you're going to do? What's your vision? To continue to clean the graveyard? You're going to tell us about building a building and you don't even know what the county budget is? Craig, do you know what the county budget is? How much money?
$55.8 million, but they had a little increase for county schools.
Wait, hold up. This is a question. Y'all know I played the soundbite, and we're going to play it for you again Thursday. We're going to play it for you. I played you the soundbite when they asked Wayman Newell, who's been working in the county for 12 years, and he didn't know that answer. And it went on this show. It was on WMOX. Could you tell the people, look into the camera when you tell them that, Craig?
$55.8 million was a proposal, but there's going to be a slight increase for Lauderdale County schools. So wow. It's about another $3 million.
When you want someone like this to represent you, that no government is going to really take an interest in your lives and promote growth and development. And you got Johnny B, that's who on the upholstery side across in front of Old Hutton Hall. He got a sign out there. Then you got James Sanders, who went to school with me, used to like my sister. You got his sister going up and down the little East End Road trying to get everybody to vote for Wayman Newell. What's their reasoning for doing this? Here's the thing I like to say to you, Miss Sanders. You ain't living in your house. You living in your mother's house. If it been growth and development in this community right here, then you'll be living somewhere, having a good job somewhere. You cannot continue to promote it. If you don't want nothing better for yourself, you should want something better for this county. You should want something better for your children. If your children are grown, then you should want something better for your grandchildren. If you don't have any, then well, your neighbor do. And neighbor, let me tell you something. Don't listen to them. When Wayman Newell brought that sign to you, take his money. But vote a Democratic blue wave. Take his money if he going to give it to you. Well, he bring it to me. I don't want his money. I took it the first time, though. I got to tell y'all that. Truth Master gave me $100 out of that $1,000 Wayman Newell gave him. But Truth Master got $10,000 the next time. And that's a lot of money. Now, I heard from a confidential source that it wasn't $1,000 that Wayman Newell gave me the first time. That it was $5,000 the first time and $10,000. See the kind of money. If you're doing a good job, you ain't got to bribe people for your vote. Ain't nobody ever paid me. Have you ever paid me anything, Craig, to support you?
No attention, but
And he's
just
telling the
kidding.
truth, but not really.
But-
I never been paid for because I'm gonna support the best
But
candidate.
this is the thing I want to say, and I don't want to people. I'm some kind of magician or something. All I'm saying, one person can change a mindset and they can push an issue. We're gonna get the same old thing. We got to start doing things differently, and we need to upset the balance. It's
That's
the
right.
same old thing. Here we are again, same issues,
Same people.
same people, same issues. No new ideas. You got to try things new. I mean, we just keep getting further and further left behind. I mean, that's one. This is the one thing that nobody can question is our lack of growth, our lack of prosperity here as a people, and it boils down to one thing: leadership.
That's right.
That's the bottom line: leadership. There's nobody that can argue with this fact right here. Lauderdale County has lagged behind other areas in this state for years. We got too much to offer. We strategically located. Long as a runway, you hear that forever. Major interstate, rail, we got all these things in place, but yet we can't grow, and other areas can. That boils down to leadership, people. We need to start doing something different. Like I said, don't let a few people control what happens to all the people.
That's
I'm
right.
only one person. One thing I bring that fire and that passion and push towards another direction. That's what you need. If things stay the same, you're going to get the same. We need to try something different. So I encourage you to go out and vote on November 5th and vote for Craig Houston.
Thank you, Craig. And people, I want to thank you for listening in. My guest Thursday will be Wayne Davis, who's running for supervisor in District 3. Am I right, Craig?
District 1.
District 1. I knew it was one on. Anyway, he'll be here. And who else going to be here? I don't know. We'll surprise you. I forgot already. Oh, I know. Ike Brown. Ike Brown from Knoxville County be here. So I think that'll be pretty good. And, you know, Ike's an icon around here.
Can I say one more
Go
thing,
ahead.
Gray? I'll be back on the show if Eddie Gray will have me, where I can spend more time. I'm going to go into detail with some of the things that I want to do. You know, I know a lot of people get on me of not being a social media person, and I'll be one to admit I've never tagged anybody on Facebook in my life. I mean, I have a page, and I've used it for my class reunions and things like that, keeping up with people, different events we were trying to have. And I'm guilty, you know, when it comes to Facebook, I'm kind of ignorant in using it.
But
That's
we're
just
going to
true.
bring you back. You know we want you to come back.
But I want to come back and I want to outline some things that I would like to see, some things that I've been working on, and some things. Ed Gray knows me and knows me well. He knows I'm a person that studies things and studies issues and absorb information. And you have to contrast Lauderdale County to other areas. Don't let people fool you. They try to separate Lauderdale County and Meridian. They're one and the same. Meridian is in Lauderdale County.
That's right.
And like I said, we need to be working together better as elected officials. We owe it to the people. People don't have to like each other to work together. You know what I'm saying? You just need to respect each other. Understand this. We got to do better, and we got an opportunity. We talk about this every election cycle. This when you got a chance to do something about it.
That's right. And Sam Bell, too. Sam Bell's back in Meridian for a while. So Sam Bell going to be coming here in the future, folks. I don't know whether he's coming Thursday or Tuesday, but Sam going to come here and he going to talk to you. He got something that he want to talk to you about. So, people, I want to thank you for listening in. And I tell somebody and tell somebody. Oh, Dice doing that. So, Dice, can you get us a song? Or you can't play us a song? We're not playing a song, but, folks, I got to tell you about Dice. Dice built this podcast. He did it all. You guys really, it's 3813 8th Street. Yes, that's where I am. I'm not hiding from anyone. And that's in Meridian. But also, if you don't have a computer, you don't have a smartphone, you got the old clamshell like the Dice Man got. The Dice Man, he a young man, but I promise he got that phone. How long you been had that phone, Dice?
10 years now.
10 years. That's how long these phones. We pay $1,000 for a smartphone. It cracks the same day. So the Dice Man is pretty smart. I gotta tell you that. And my brother David, he finally got rid of his clamp. Folks, leg is hurting him a little bit, but he still is able to do things. And Dice can paint. And I want to, Marie Franklin, could you give the people a list of the candidates that are running and what they're running for, even on the state level?
You want on state level or local level?
Local and state.
Well, we're going to start with the local level. We have the DA's race between Cassie Coleman and Michael Grace. We have District 1 supervisors race between Dwayne Davis and Jonathan Wells. We have the District 5 supervisors race between Marie Franklin and Kyle Rutledge. We have my race between myself and Wayman Newell. You have the governor's race between Jim Hood and Tate Reeves. You have the lieutenant governor's race between Jay Hughes and Delbert Holzman. You have the agriculture's race between Andy Gibson and Ricky Cole. You have the attorney general's race between Meridian's own Jennifer Riley Collins and Lynn Fitch. So those are some of the races that are out.
And I want to say this about Wayne Davis. Wayne Davis is running in District 1.
Wayne's running
and
District 1.
Remember, Hank Flora had that position, and Jonathan Wells took over, and he gave Wayman Newell that one vote he needed to keep us from having that sport complex. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Right. So we definitely need to support Wayne Davis. And white people, y'all don't pay no attention to me. I'm not a racist. You look at me, how can I be a racist? Look, I'm a little small man. I just be talking things, and I be just trying to get your attention. Those are my attention getters. But I gotta say this, white folks, that y'all need to get rid of Jonathan Wells. The reason why, because he hadn't done anything for this city. There's no way. Now my brother leg is hurting him, so he can't do the things that he used to do. See, he need both his legs. See, it need all of us in order to keep this city, to stop it from declining, to stop this county from declining. We gonna have to come together and not make this a black and white issue. Just so happen that white men are in these positions that are hurting this community. It so happened that Meridian is majority black, so is Marion, but a lot of their county is majority white. And so you white folks don't feel safe. You're leaving here. How about let's stay at home and let's make it right? So I want to encourage all of you, let's vote change. Let's take color out of it. But I think we need to take people out of there, whether they're Democrat or Republican, that hadn't done this city justice. We need to get them the hell up out of here. Craig Houston, I want to thank you for coming in. You can come on Thursday or Wednesday. It's up to you.
I mean, I'll try to get in, but like I said, I apologize for being late.
Tuesday be better for you.
Probably Tuesday, but I was, like I said, I was deep in the county, and I said, oh my goodness, it's 6:30, so I almost got a ticket coming in here. So, but I was just coming in here. I just wanted to put in these last few minutes.
All right, well, thank you again for stopping
Greg,
by.
I want to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Greg, thank you for being back on the air. You're a valuable voice, and people are starting to listen and take notice. I'm hearing things from people. I had a call from a friend of mine today from Atlanta, a classmate of mine, Sean Greenwood, one of my best friends in the world. It's like, man, I saw you on Eddie Gray. He kind of deep. He said somebody shared it with him. So I just want to encourage people to continue to support you. We need this voice. There's so many issues in our area that people want to address, and they want to touch with a 100-foot pole. But Eddie Gray got the guts to attack some of these issues and talk about them.
Yeah.
And we need that. We need that. We need your voice.
Thank you, Craig. And I want to say this to you. Things have changed, people. It's not like it used to be when we was at WNBN, where we had a limited area where we can only go about 50 miles one way, 20 miles one way, and maybe 1 mile another way. We're on the World Wide Web. So that's going to make the people in this city, in this county, change, because they don't want the focus of attention on them. Now that they're doing wrong, look at Western Linderman just left here and exposed this city. Wow, they said, what the hell's going on in Meridian, Mississippi? Well, we're going to tell you what's going on. We're not going anywhere. And so if you people want to come here and sit, we got a lobby out there. We have a big screen TV up on the wall. I heard Craig. He said it ain't that big, Eddie Gray. He's right. You don't put words in his mouth. I put words in his mouth. But it's really not that big. I think it's a 42-inch. But the thing of it is, we have a lobby out there for you can come here if you don't have the internet.
But the one thing about it, Gray, you can reach people. Like I said, you're going to post this on YouTube, and it'll be there. It's going to be there. It's going to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, and you post it, and it's there. I mean, folks, this is
Our
a great
website.
thing. You run your website, but
yeah.
also on YouTube.
Yeah, on
Every time you
YouTube.
do a video, it's right there.
Yeah.
And it's there. And like I said, it's a good service to our community, and it's much needed.
Well, we appreciate you. And I want to say hi to all my family and friends. Folks, I lost my mom and everything. And, those of you that still have a mom, make sure you bless your mother. And, my mom had a big funeral. And I got to say this, I'm jealous of my mom. And the reason why I'm jealous of my mom, because my mom got a lot of love while she was still living. And so what I want to say to you, hey, show your parents love, because they ain't going to be with you always. They're going to be gone. Show them. My mom couldn't see all them fly. Oh, it was so many. It was nice for the family. We really appreciate that. So what you do after a person dies, you're not really doing it for the person that's dead. You're doing it for the people that are coming there, especially family. So we appreciate that. But here, wouldn't it be great if my mother had seen all that? Now, I ain't finna get into no mysticism and all that other stuff. Y'all might want to say, she was up in heaven looking down on y'all. I hear you out there too, but I hear you says, we ain't gonna go with that. But what I want to say, I want to thank y'all again for listening, and I'll see you guys Thursday at 6. And again, thank you. And you can always go to reachingoutwitheddie.com, and you can watch all our videos. You can leave your comments. We even got a blog. I hadn't been good with that blog and things, so I'm gonna try to put a blog up. Y'all see them little kids out there? Y'all probably heard them. They keep me going. And yes, they are masked. Y'all have a good evening.